Good morning. Welcome to the City of Phoenix 2021-2022 virtual budget hearing. This is the first budget hearing of 14 that are scheduled for the month of April. I'm City Manager Ed Zerker. I'm pleased to welcome folks to this. This is a budget hearing focused on Council District 2, and with us this morning is the elected representative of Council District 2, Councilman Jim Waring. I'll turn it to Councilman Waring.
Again, Matt, thank you. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that very much now that we're trying this with the microphone on. Pleased to have everybody here this morning, all the staffers who showed up to make this possible. Thank you very much. We're going to have a video to start. We're going to have 5 public comments. We had 6, but Fred Ulrich, my understanding, is not going to participate today. He's going to participate in another budget meeting. So we have 5 comments, and then we have 4 online comments that will be entered into the record. For the record, that record means that they compile all the people who have contacted the city through these budget hearings about what they'd like to see in the budget, and we get a report on that, and that does influence how the budget plays out, at least in my experience. So it's very important for the people who are participating today. We really appreciate it. If you aren't participating today, but you would like to participate in one of the other budget hearings, they all count the same, and we really appreciate the fact that people are willing to engage in this process. So without further ado, Ed, I'm going to kick it back to you, and then I think we're going to have the video. I think it's an 8-minute video explaining the budget for this year.
That's right. Thank you, Councilman Waring. And so again, thank you for hosting our first hearing this morning. We have a few housekeeping items to take care of. First, I will introduce our interpreter. Our Spanish language interpreter, Mario Barajas, is on the line to provide Spanish language interpretation. This will be a feature throughout all of our budget hearings. And so I'll ask Mario to introduce himself and make a brief statement.
Yes, Ed, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. My name is Mario Barajas, and together with my colleague Elsie Duarte, we'll be serving as Spanish interpreters for today's virtual budget audience. We ask as a favor, if you will be providing a public comment in English, please try to speak slowly and clearly so that we can try to interpret what you're saying as fully as possible. Thank you. Now, to avoid any confusion as far as which line to be calling into in English, I'm just going to briefly review the instructions to participate through the telephone. You're going to be dialing 602-666-0783 and enter the meeting ID 187-006-5294, then pound. And that is for the English hearing. It is a different number for Spanish audience, which I will be providing those instructions in Spanish next. Muy buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es Mario Barajas y junto con mi colega Elsie Duarte estaremos sirviéndoles como intérpretes para la audiencia de presupuesto virtual de hoy. Les pedimos como favor, si es que va a estar dando un comentario público, hable despacio y deténgase después de cada pocas oraciones para que podamos interpretar lo que esté diciendo de la manera más completa posible. Muchísimas gracias. Ahora les indicaré cómo acceder a la audiencia por teléfono en español, si es que no se ha conectado todavía. Va a estar marcando el número de teléfono 602-666-0783 y luego introduzca el número de identificación o el ID de la reunión, que viene siendo 187-006-5294 y luego pound, o sea, el signo de número. Luego introduzca el signo de número nuevamente cuando se le solicite el número de identificación o ID de asistente. Muchas gracias. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Mario. So our budget proposal is out for public review, as we said. It is available at Phoenix.gov/budget, and we'd encourage you to go there. There are also there are hard copies of this available, but this is contained on the website Phoenix.gov/budget for detail. This is a very good budget this year. There are resources to provide offers of pay increases for our city employees who've worked so hard through the pandemic and through the last year. and to have significant program additions for city programs that are things that have been reflected by council members and by members of the public over the last year, and in some cases over several years. I want to introduce this morning Assistant City Manager Jeff Barton, who is here at the table. He oversees the budget area in addition to others, and our Budget and Research Director, Amber Williamson. This is her first year as Budget and Research Director, so this is her first series of forums as Budget and Research Director. So Amber, thank you for being here. And in the audience, although not visible, are some members socially distanced and wearing masks. If there are questions, we will do our best to answer them, or we will connect individually with folks to get answers after the meeting. The meetings are being presented on Phoenix TV, Channel 11 on cable, but also Phoenix TV on YouTube, and they are available 24/7 on our YouTube channel for people to review. In addition, comments are captured in writing and published every Thursday evening in the City Council's public packet. So if you submit written comments, those will be captured and distributed to all council members and the public every Thursday evening. In addition, if you have a spoken comment, there will be minutes taken and those will be presented as well. So as Councilmember Waring mentioned, we have a video to sort of kick off and highlight things. It does not get into every detail of the budget. That would take us way too long to do. It's really a highlight of the budget and then is an encouragement for folks to go to Phoenix.gov/budget. After the video, we will have Matt call the names of those who are on the line. You'll have 2 minutes to speak, and we will go through those comments in that order. With that, we will go to the Phoenix budget video for 2021-2022.
The City of Phoenix trial budget for fiscal year 2021-22, proposed by the Phoenix City Manager, is ready for public review and comment. The goal of this trial budget is to identify programs and services that build a better, more inclusive city for all.
Phoenix has a long history of public budgeting, giving the community a voice in the future of our city by starting the public involvement much earlier than required. This year, due to the pandemic, public involvement will be virtual, but our goal is that we will provide even more opportunities for you to share your feedback.
We'll host virtual budget community hearings between April 2nd and April 20th in both English and Spanish by council district and citywide for youth and for seniors. And this year, we've launched the Fund Phoenix tool, an interactive way to share what's important to you when it comes to city programs and services.
The law requires the city's budget to be balanced each year. And this year, we are happy to report a projected budget surplus of $153 million, made up of $98 million in one-time funds and $55 million in ongoing funding. This is thanks to Phoenix's continued strong economy and sound leadership by the mayor and city council, and the city's strategic use of data to direct our efforts during the pandemic.
City employees have stood on the front lines of the pandemic more than a year and counting to provide critical services and support to our residents and customers. Approximately 77% of the surplus in the 2021-22 trial budget is allocated to employee compensation, to continue to retain and recruit top talent, to provide the level of service our customers rely on to stay safe, healthy, and connected.
$35 million is allocated to address important needs raised by the council and the community across 6 areas. Focus Area 1, Public Safety Reform and Responsiveness. More accountability, responsiveness, transparency, and trust is demanded from public safety programs. In this budget proposal, the city expands an already successful fire department program where trained mental health experts respond to 911 callers needing crisis health services. The expansion of the Community Assistance Program follows community and council requests for innovative ways to respond to crisis calls for service with mental health professionals rather than police officers. This not only strengthens health outcomes, but frees up police officers and firefighters to focus on public safety calls, reducing response times for our community. In addition, the budget adds other important public safety reforms by adding additional 911 operators, reducing wait time for police public records, improving police officer accountability through an improved human resource management system, and more comprehensive reporting of crime data.
Focus Area 2, COVID response and resiliency. The city's navigated the COVID pandemic well, protecting employees and the community because we have relied on data and contracted public health experts to inform our efforts. We transitioned City Hall to an appointment-only model. We also pivoted our programs and services to support the community in need of Wi-Fi connectivity and access to emergency food support and virtual and curbside library services, requiring additional staffing and technology enhancements. Funding's required to continue these efforts through the pandemic.
Focus Area 3, Climate Change and Heat Readiness. Climate change and the record-breaking heat in Phoenix call for investment in strategies to address the negative impacts on our residents, particularly our most vulnerable, including seniors and those in poverty and experiencing homelessness. The trial budget includes a new Office of Heat Response and Mitigation to focus these efforts, the addition of staff to plant and maintain trees, and advance the city's Cool Corridors program, all to meet the goals of the Tree and Shade Master Plan to double the tree canopy by 2030 and reduce the impact of heat.
Focus Area 4, affordable housing and homelessness. The city has a lack of affordable housing and more people experiencing homelessness than ever before. The City Council approved a Housing Phoenix plan and a Homeless Strategies plan to find solutions to identify funding to increase and improve affordable housing units, and to leverage federal funding and work with community partners to help those experiencing homelessness. Funding will provide staffing and programs to foster affordable housing developments on city-owned land and ensure the safety and security of those experiencing homelessness and the impacted neighborhoods and businesses.
Focus Area 5, Building Community and Responding to Growth. There continues to be a great need to connect underserved communities to the economic benefits of our city's continued growth. We will fund programs and services that foster equitable education and recreation opportunities for youth and special needs populations, including the Phoenix Public Library's College Depot, Clean and Safe Neighborhoods, and support for homegrown small businesses. Funding will support the growing needs at city parks and recreation centers, including the new Cesar Chavez Community Center, scheduled to open in the fall of 2021, Margaret T. Hance Park in downtown Phoenix, and Dean Hills Recreation Area in North Phoenix, as well as the successful Inclusive Recreation Program for residents with special needs. We also propose an increase in funding for arts and historic preservation grants.
Focus Area 6, administrative accountability. The city must continue to foster a diverse, equitable, and inclusive environment to live and work for residents and employees. To succeed, we propose to create the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. We'll also invest in technologies to support data-driven decision-making across city departments and to protect the city's IT systems from cybersecurity threats. Enhance election processes to increase engagement in city elections and connect residents to library and park services.
This has been just a taste of what you will find in the 2021-2022 City of Phoenix trial budget. We hope that you'll review additional details in the budget available online at Phoenix.gov/budget.
Please share your feedback in whatever way works best for you at one of our 14 community budget hearings or by email at budget.research@phoenix.gov, through our Fund Phoenix interactive tool, You can comment on the city's social media at City of Phoenix AZ on Facebook or Twitter and use the hashtag #PhoenixBudget. Or call us at 602-262-4800. The city manager will present his proposed budget for 2021-22 to the Phoenix City Council on May 4th, 2021. The council's budget decision will take place on May 18th, 2021. Both meetings will be streamed online and on Phoenix TV. Thank you for being part of this important process. We look forward to hearing your ideas for this year's trial budget and the future of Phoenix.
All right, thank you. So with that, we'll go to Matt Heil, who will read the hearing conduct statement and then begin calling names of callers. Matt?
Thank you, sir. So I just wanted to read this brief statement about our public comment process. Members of the public will have the opportunity to speak for up to 2 minutes on budget issues of interest or concern to them. Speakers must present their comments in a respectful and courteous manner. Profane language and personal attacks on members of the public, council members, or staff are not allowed. A person who violates these rules can lose their opportunity to continue to speak. The Arizona Open Meeting Law permits the City Council to listen to the comments, but prohibits council members from discussing or acting on the matters presented. And with that, our first speaker is Joe Netherwood. Joe, are you on the line?
Yes, sir, I am here.
Please proceed, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you having this meeting very much and allowing me to speak for a short period of time. I am a member of the City Arts and Culture Commission, and I am also a working artist, and I want to give that perspective to you to thank you for the $200,000 increase in budget for the Office of Arts and Culture. It is really important. I will tell you that for the last several years, the art business has taken a pretty bad beating, and it's still trying to recover. And the COVID did not help it at all this year or last year. And I just want to encourage you guys to vote that in, keep that in the budget, because we really need it. Not just working artists, but the city needs it, and the maintenance of the art around the city as well. And I guess that's about all I have to say, and I want to thank you for this opportunity. So I will end my comments here. Thank you so much.
Our next speaker is Linda Abeg. Linda, are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Please
Thank
proceed.
you. Thank you, Mr. Zerker, Councilmember Waring. So I wanted to say a couple of things. I appreciate the increase for the mental health unit and the fire department. I'm very excited about that service for the community, and also the heat mitigation throughout the city. And also, congratulations on a surplus budget after the last 15 years that we've been through in Phoenix. My concern today is about parks in Laveen. Before the recession, a lot of land was purchased in order to comply with the general plan for our area, but since the recession, we still have not seen those parks starting to be built. When I look at the tree master plan and adding in more trees throughout the city, we don't even have parks in our area to add those trees to. We have a lot of farmland that's being replaced by thousands and thousands of homes, and zoning only has a minimum of 5% open space. We've even had a developer come through with underground retention as their proposal, getting rid of the retention basins, which provide most of the green space in Laveen. So I would ask that you start putting putting parks back into the budget. I've asked for the park at 55th Avenue and Samantha. There's over $9 million waiting in impact fees to be spent on parks in our area. And according to the new Arizona revised statute in 2014, starting in about 3 years, that money is eligible for refund to the landowners. And we've changed our impact fee calculation to where we will no longer be collecting at the same rate. So we're going to lose the opportunity, or we could lose the opportunity to spend that money. The parks that I've asked for at 55th Avenue and Samantha would cost about $156,000 a year to maintain with an IGA with the Laveen Elementary District, which already has an IGA with the city. It has no park within 3 miles, and because it was a zoning stipulation in that area, no adjacent neighborhoods even have a tot lot or any play area for kids right now. So it's something that we really need in Levine, both for green space and for our community. Thank you.
Linda, this is Ed Zerker. Just a quick question for you. I know you've been a strong advocate for 55th and Samantha. In your view, what would be the next couple of parks, areas that you would like to see developed in addition to 55th and Samantha?
There's also a park at 59th and Olney that I believe is looking at IGA with the school district, so I think that will be a great solution there. I know that the community has asked a lot for the park near Rogers Ranch School, which is at about 46th, 47th Avenue, north of Baseline, at Vineyard. It's adjacent to a school, and we have, I think, 4 lots that are adjacent to schools in our dirt right now, so that one up at 43rd-ish, and also there's one at about 67th Desert Meadows School. I think it's the Levine Meadows Park. That one is also one that the community has identified as an area of need. As well as Estrella outside of my village. I know Estrella Village is in our same impact fee area and is short on parks.
Wonderful. Thank you, Linda. Thank you for your research and for sharing that with me. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Our next speaker is Colin Tetreault. Colin, are you on the line? It appears as though Colin is not on the line. Our next speaker is Dan Clockey. Dan, are you on the line?
I'm on the line. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Great. Thanks. Thank you, Councilman Waring. I appreciate you having the hearing. I serve as the chair of the Historic Preservation Commission, and I just wanted to say thank you for the proposed $200,000 of ongoing funding in the budget for matching grants to repair historic houses. We all know the last bond that was passed was back in 2006, and those funds are long gone for supporting historic preservation. So this is a great way to continue supporting all those communities and neighborhoods that are rebuilding their historic homes. And just as a side note, I was actually a recipient of one of these grants back in 2003 when I moved to Phoenix and really didn't have a very good paying job at that point. So I was able to purchase a home, but my roof was actually slowly collapsing. And the grant was a huge reason why I was able to quickly repair that roof. And I think more importantly, since then, I've probably put $150,000 into the full rehabilitation of my house. So the leverage of that, is 15 times what I received at that point in 2003. So I think it's a great way to strengthen older neighborhoods and attract private investment. I understand that there's not a lot of historic homes potentially in District 2, but just like we work on parks and roads in all parts of the city, all these things together, I think, create a stronger and more healthy city. So appreciate it being in the potential budget there. And if you could support it, I'd appreciate that as well. Thanks.
And our final speaker is Nadia Bryant. Nadia, are you on the line? It appears as though Nadia is not on the line, and that was our final registered speaker for this morning's hearing. So that concludes our commenters for today.
Thank you, Matt. So again, encourage folks to go to Phoenix.gov/budget. You can see the hearing schedule for the remainder of April. There are 13 more after today's April 2nd budget hearing. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Councilmember Waring for some closing comments.
Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. Appreciate everybody who participated and people who might be watching who didn't wish to participate. Perhaps they'll participate in one of the upcoming ones. We have 13 more or 12 more?
13 more.
13 more. So 13 more after today, so there's plenty of opportunity. Wanted to thank Joe Netherwood for participating on the Arts Council. I appointed him, and I was very pleased to do it. If you've ever seen any of his beautiful works, you would know why I did so. And I appreciate very much the people who wrote in from other districts. So thank you very much, and have a great day.
Thank you, Councilman. And just in closing, we'll note that we did get 4 written comments from Joel Copland, Frank Deaver, Nicholas Voss, and Ann Ender. Those are entered into the record at Budget and Research. And if you'd like to send electronic comments, please do so at budget.research@phoenix.gov. Thank you all for joining us this morning, and we will see you at one of our next budget hearings. Thank you.